This is in regard to US President Donald Trump, who has hinted at possible additional sanctions on Russia if President Putin refuses to negotiate. Speaking to reporters, Donald Trump criticized the Biden administration, claiming that the war in Ukraine would not have happened under his watch. That is what Trump had to say. And of course, he is now, totally clamping down on the situation when it comes to the war between Russia and Ukraine, and saying that, it is Vladimir Putin who needs to negotiate in regard to bring an end to this war.
In Ukraine, if Vladimir Putin doesn't come to the table to negotiate with you, will you put additional sanctions on Russia?
Sounds likely.
And yeah. Do you think that the war should be frozen currently?
The war should have never started. If you had a competent president, which you didn't, the war wouldn't have happened. The war in Ukraine would have never happened if I were president. But that couldn't happen because the election was rigged.
Yeah, my colleague Ghazali joining us to get us more on this. Ghazali, from earlier Donald Trump saying that he could end the war in one phone call in a day's time, to now he is definitely coming down heavy as far as Russia is concerned. Making major statements that the war wouldn't have happened had it been under his watch.
See, Trump is a master on sending mixed signals. He's criticizing Biden for starting the war or aiding Ukraine with providing military and other support. And that is why he blames Biden for prolonging this war. On the other hand, he's also sort of threatening what you call that carrot and stick approach with Russia. On one side, he's saying we will also put sanctions on Russia. In previous statements in the last couple of days, he has also hinted that Putin is not doing very well in the war, or he might not be liking the outcome of the ongoing war. And that is why he'll also pressurize him to get onto the negotiation table with Mr. Zelensky. But he's also criticizing Putin for continuing the war. So now it's time for action. Mr. Trump has maintained this line throughout his campaign that if I get to power within 24 hours, I'll get this war to end. But obviously, nobody would believe that, because his own advisors, who are his personal advisors in the administration, now hint that perhaps it will take 100 more days to get both sides on the table. And he also goes on to say that how Mr. Biden has hidden the numbers of the, managed to hide the numbers of the war casualty. So all in all, he's criticizing his predecessor for prolonging the war, for aiding Zelensky, but he's also sort of criticizing Russia for also stretching this war.